Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a parenting blog. So this is what we are going to cover and discuss today. What exactly is a parenting blog with a few examples. I want to show you and tell you why you need to pick a niche and why you need to niche down. After that, I'm going to talk about something called web hosting and why you need it. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We're going to install a WordPress theme and some changes that you have to make so that you start getting traffic. Then I'm actually going to help you start writing. After that, we're going to talk about some ways to make money with your new website, why you need to share your content on social media, and about how many blog posts you need to write to get up and running. Now be sure to check out the first 3 links because those are the 3 links I'll refer to throughout the duration of this video. First things first, what is a parenting blog? Now, a parenting blog is simply a blog where you're asking and answering questions about different aspects of parenting. Now, the interesting thing with parenting is it's a pretty wide spectrum. As you can see on the screen here, these are older adults. They need a blog because they could be talking about grandparenting or, parenting their parents. As they get older, you can approach it with maybe disciplining and talking to your child about different aspects that come up during everyday life and finances. So as you can see here, I just mentioned a few different aspects. You could even talk about crafts and stuff that you can do as a parent. As an example, I want to show you this website right here. It's called FrostIsland.com, and it is a parenting blog. And as you can see, they're covering a wide variety of topics within the parenting niche. And what I recommend that you do as a brand new blog or website is to pick an avenue, pick a niche, and niche down. For example, if you are going to talk about maybe giving advice to brand new first-time parents or first-time dads, focus on that 100% and don't bounce around between first-time dads and discipline or finances or something like that. The reason being is simply because a brand new website is going to have a difficult time gaining traction, and if you can niche down and create a bunch of content in a very targeted area, that's going to help you build what's called domain authority, and that's going to help you rank much faster. And one thing that you can do to figure out exactly what your niche is to take a look at the keywords of a website that you want to model or emulate. And so what we're going to do is we're going to copy the domain name, which I'll talk about in just a moment, and I'm going to paste this in right here in our keyword research tool called Ahrefs. This is going to allow us to see the different keywords that they rank for and potentially give us an idea of a niche or sub-niche that we can get into. For example, they're talking a lot about holiday jokes, peaceful cartoon, 100 ways to go green. You could potentially create content in similar niches with regard to parenting, back to school jokes, St. Patrick's Day jokes. They're heavy on the jokes apparently, but you can see that this is an opportunity. Now, if you are a brand new blog or website and you don't have any domain authority, you don't have any traction, I recommend that you change the keyword difficulty to 5 or less. Right now, the keyword difficulty is a scale between 0 and 100. The closer it gets to 100, the more difficult it's going to be for a new website to rank. So if we can sort this to 5 or less like that, we can see all the keywords that they rank for, and this is going to give us a better idea. So baby puffs recipe, if you have children, you know exactly what baby puffs are and why that could potentially be a good idea. DIY baby puffs, these are all things that you could create content in if you are creating content in the baby sub-niche. So let's jump back over to our slide deck here. We have picked a niche and we've niched down. The next thing that we want to do is get web hosting. In order for your website to be seen on the internet, it needs to be hosted somewhere. And if you click that first link in the description, that is the best web hosting provider for brand new websites. And what they'll do is you will rent hard drive space from them called a server, and they'll make it so that your website is viewable by the general public globally. And so what will happen is you'll click that first link and you'll get signed up with web hosting. They'll actually give you a domain name for free for the first year. And the domain name is simply the name that humans refer to your website by. For example, Frost Island is a domain name, and you can get your domain name and web hosting at that first link. And what we're actually going to do right now is I'm going to walk you through the steps of getting your domain name and web hosting when you click that first link. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're gonna have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here, and then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing that you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this. Because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. All right, so now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free theme. I'm actually going to show you how and why you need to install a premium theme. And we've made some changes to your WordPress website so that you can start getting traffic. Now, what you have on your WordPress website is a free theme. That theme is very basic, it's very bland, and it doesn't have any additional features or functionality. It's very plain. And what you want is you want to go out and get yourself a WordPress premium theme that's going to provide additional features and functionality. As you can see, this layout here, this format, are additional features that only come with premium WordPress themes. And as you can see here, this actually looks very inviting. The pictures are incredibly engaging. To get yourself a premium theme, click the second link in the description and it'll take you to this website. And what you can do is you can simply type in your niche here. You can type in parenting, you can type in babies, whatever your niche is. And there's going to be premium WordPress themes that you can buy and download to your computer that will actually make your website more inviting. So what I recommend that you do, take about 5 or 6 minutes to find a WordPress theme that you like. You're going to click this button and add it to your cart. Then you are going to check out and purchase the theme. Once you purchase the theme, you are going to download a zip file to your computer. You are going to unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. We're going to take that second zip file and we are going to install it into our WordPress website, and it's going to change the way our website looks. And to do that, we're going to go back over to our WordPress dashboard. We are going to go to Appearance, and we're going to click on Themes. When you click on Themes, you're going to click on Add New. And when you click on Add New, you are going to click on Upload Theme. And when you click on Upload Theme, you can drag and drop that new zip file, that second zip file right here, or you can manually find it by clicking Choose File. Regardless of the method you choose, click on Install Now and then Activate, and you're going to have a brand new WordPress theme. So if we jump back over to our slide deck, the next step is to start writing. Now I get 3 questions when it comes to writing. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing? And how many blog posts should I write on my website? And I'm going to go ahead and take care of 2 of those right now. So to start writing, you are simply going to find a keyword that you feel comfortable writing about. For example, the baby puffs recipe, we are going to write content here. So we're going to copy this. This is our keyword, and we are going to paste it into our blog post. So we're going to do that by going to Post, and then we're going to click on Add New. And we are going to paste in our keyword here. This is the word that we want to rank for, the phrase that we want to rank for. And this is what people are searching for on the internet. They might be looking for a DIY recipe. They might be looking for maybe something organic or more healthier for their child. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do baby puffs recipe, and then everything you need to know. And the reason why we're doing it this way is we want to optimize our keyword for search called search engine optimization. And then the second half, so that everything you need to know, is more for our audience and readers to let them know that we are going to answer the question and solve their problem so they don't have to keep searching. And so it comes back to, how do I start writing and how long should my blog post be? Your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be to answer the question and solve the problem. One way to figure that out is simply to take our keyword here, and we are going to paste it right into Google. Okay. And when we do that, paste that just like that. And basically what we're looking for is we're looking for a blog that has basically covered the same information. Another thing we could do is we could go back over here and we could click on this to give us an idea about the puffs recipe. And so what we're going to do is we're going to copy this, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. If I had to eyeball this, I would say that this is probably about a 300-word blog post, and it's 348 words. So what you'd want to do if you want to rank this blog post higher than theirs is you want to have at least a 5,000 or 1,000 word blog post addressing the same questions. And to do that, we're going to go back over to our blog post, and we're going to brainstorm for about 10 or 15 minutes. And when we brainstorm, we're going to type in who, what, when, where, why, and how. And we're simply going to use these 6 writing prompts to help us write our blog post. We are going to ask ourselves these questions with regards to the baby puffs recipe. You could say where to find the ingredients. Now, when you are brainstorming, it is important that you don't worry about spelling. You want to get your ideas down on paper and not necessarily worry about spelling. You can always come back and find the spelling errors and get them corrected. Of course, we could say how to make baby puffs. Oops, baby puffs. And you could say why to make your own versus buying from the store. Okay, so take 10 or 15 minutes and just brainstorm with regard to your keyword. After 10 or 15 minutes, you are going to keep the ones that make sense and delete the ones that aren't relevant to your blog post. And we're going to delete just like that. And the ones that we keep, we are going to turn these into H2s, just like this. And now that you have H2s, you're going to go through and just answer the questions. Why make your own versus buying from the store? Let's say you could say something like, it is better to buy your own because you know what went into the baby puffs. Okay. And so what you would do obviously is you'd elaborate more on that, and you're just going to go ahead and answer all your questions and fill out your blog post. And once you're done, you're going to go ahead and click publish, and then your blog post is going to be available for the world to see. And now that we have that, the next step is to think of different ways to make money. And there are a number of ways to make money with your website. If we go back over here, it doesn't look like they're doing it, but one way that you can make money is simply to place ads right on your website. Actually, they are right here. This is an ad, and it looks like they only have one ad, but you can work with an ad network like Google AdSense, and they'll actually set up your ads automatically. Once you go through the process of getting started, they'll do automatic placements. You won't have to lift a finger. Now, the only downside to Google AdSense is they don't pay out very much. You will make pennies on the dollar. But once you start getting significant traffic, you can start working with premium ad networks like Ezoic and Media.net and AdThrive. And if you work with those premium ad networks, they're going to pay you significantly more than if you were to just work with Google AdSense. But there's another way that you can make money online as well. You can make money with affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. The cool thing with affiliate marketing is you will get your affiliate links from a company, and if someone clicks on your links throughout your blog post and they make a purchase, you get paid. So, for example, you could create a blog post about the 10 best strollers for newborns, and you could add your affiliate links for each of those strollers. Someone clicks on the stroller and buy, you potentially get paid a commission. Now, if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, I do have a free course. It's the second link in the description, where you can learn more about affiliate marketing step by step. And then another way that you can make money is simply to sell your own digital or physical products. Now, it doesn't look like they're doing this, but selling your own digital and physical products is actually really easy. It is outside the scope of this video, but know that that's an opportunity as well. Now, if we jump back over to our slide deck, what you want to do, or what I recommend that you do, is share your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media in the very beginning is Google is not going to send you any traffic. And what you want to do is you want to build up your traffic as fast as possible so that you can potentially make more money. And one way to build your traffic fast is simply to share it in relevant social media groups. For example, if there is a parenting Facebook group, you can share it there, or Instagram, or Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, as long as you are sharing it to people that are interested in your content. Don't share a parenting group about babies and newborns to people that are semi-retired, or people that are interested in sports or basketball. Those people aren't going to read it, and you're going to be wasting your time. So make sure you share your content on social media. The final question that I get all the time is about how many blog posts should I write before I make a decision one way or another. In my opinion, I think you should write 50 blog posts before you decide if you should give up or not. I think 50 is a very good number because it's going to set yourself apart from the new bloggers that are out there. 50 opportunities to rank, something will work, something will come through unless you are way off base. Your writing will get better, your keyword research will get better. I think 50 is a very good target to set for. So write every day for 50 days or every other day for 100 days. There is lots of opportunity there. So be sure to check out the 3 links in the description. The first one is to web hosting. The second one is to a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to a free affiliate marketing program. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on this channel helped you out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.